Well, Madison, we have a special guest on the phone who was one of Septian's students.
Okay.
And this person has some words of wisdom for you.
Okay.
Everybody say hello.
This is a surprise for Matt.
Oh, this is a huge surprise.
Okay,
She has no idea who this is. To the world famous Demi Lovato.
Yeah, it is.
Hi, Demi.
Hello.
Hey, Demi. What's up?
Going great. How are you?
This is Madison.
That's what Jenna.
Good to hear your voices.
Jenna asked you that question because Demi wants to buy your song.
Yeah, actually, that's really why she's calling. No.
Now, Demi, it's so great of you to call.
I could get it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's so great of you to call in because you've had a long history working with Linda Septian and the Septian Entertainment Group. How have they kind of helped, with the very start of your career and continuing to help with your career, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever I'm in Dallas, Linda comes and she helps warm me up, and she's so great. I love Linda. I started with Septian when I was about 8 years old, and even then, I kind of learned that in this industry, it's much more than singing. You have to, you benefit more, and you have a better chance at being successful and even just better at your art if you create the music yourself instead of just singing it. So I learned at 8 that that I should start, writing music and playing instruments, and so that's what I did, and it was really kind of like a music school for me.
Yeah.
Where I learned so much that I apply it to the real world in my daily career.
Well, we have Madison Applegate. We already told you that here in studio with us. We got Demi Lovato for you, Madison. So this is your time to ask Demi Lovato anything you want to ask her because she went through what you're going through right now.
But no personal questions, Madison.
Yeah, no personal questions.
Keep it professional.
Right. Okay, so I
Go
guess
easy on me.
so something that we've already discussed and I'm kind of going through is how did you learn how to balance staying true to yourself and the artist that you wanted to be while at the same time appealing to the younger audience and appealing to, what people want to hear and like?
Oh, good question.
Golf cart.
Well, that's a good question. I see where you're coming from. Fortunately for me, the music that I like and the music that I want to play is pop music. I think a lot of people struggle with that when they're more of an indie artist and they, and they want to play one music, but they know that pop music is going to sell or this song is catchier. And for me, I love pop music. I love catchy music. And then I save the emotional songs and heavy stuff for the meat of the album. I always make sure that I'm never compromising who I am or what my music is for anybody else's liking. And so that's kind of something that I've always just had in my blood. I've always been who I'm trying not to curse on the radio, but
Demi Lovato, do not curse.
Yeah, I've never given a crap about what other people think.
There you go.
Well, Demi, what about your stage presence? Because I think that's something, Madison that's been the hardest thing for her, just playing her guitar, making the YouTube videos, and then, this is a huge part of it. And this is something, you're known for it, and you just work that stage. Do you have any advice for her of maybe what you think about before you go on that stage or what you're thinking about when you're out on the stage to connect with the audience?
Yeah, well, when my first few years touring, I remember I would lock down my dressing room an hour beforehand. I would go into lockdown, warm up, focus, stretch, do whatever I needed to do to get ready for the show, and that really helped me for a while. And then I realized, I like to have fun before the show, so instead of that, I'll hang out with whoever's with me. I'll make sure that I warm up, whether it's with my background singers or it's by myself, and I do some exercises to get my blood pumping. But when it comes to stage presence and how to perform on stage, the trickiest thing is there's nothing that you can really do to just all of a sudden be a good performer. What you have to do is you have to go out there. You're going to be nervous your first time. It's totally okay. But if you're not, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
And you just got to go out there and do your best, and it just comes with experience. So when I perform on stage, I'm definitely more comfortable than I was even just 6 months ago. You know, I get comfortable more and more as I perform.
And speaking of performing on stage, Demi's world tour kicks off on September 6th in Baltimore. She has stops in New York, Texas, North Carolina, Louisiana, Florida, Oklahoma. That sounds like the United States, not the world, Demi.
Well,
but you will be.
Point.
It's our world.
Yeah, no, you will be going to Europe and doing a world tour with Enrique Iglesias.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm actually, the first leg of the tour is in North America.
Yeah.
So I just did the Neon Lights tour, and it went so well and, that we now are going to put on a bigger show, and it's really, really exciting for me. I'm going to tour here in the United States and North America, and then after that, I am going to go to Europe with Enrique Iglesias, but there's definitely, the world tour will continue over a period of time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not all back to back to back because I can't do that. But I will hit as many markets as possible and just try to see all of my fans everywhere that they are. Because I've had years where my friends are like, "Why don't you ever come to Australia?" I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm coming."
You will. You'll make. Is it hard to keep your hands off of Enrique?
It's hard for JC.
Apparently so.
That's why Enrique will refuse to come in our studio.
You can go to DemiLovato.com for all the dates, tickets, and info. And also, you have your video for Really Don't Care premiering on Thursday.
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
It's already Wednesday.
Yes.
Yes, it is. And Madison, you're going to be
I'm
shooting
really
a
excited about that.
You didn't ask us to be in it, Demi.
Yeah.
No, see, I invited you, but then I guess you didn't see it.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah,
You misspelled your name on the email.
Yeah.
we're ducking your calls, Demi. That's why. Sorry about that.
Hey, Demi, I have to ask
Yeah,
you.
you're too busy, huh?
I have to ask you one kind of tabloidy question because, that's what we do on this show with celebrity gossip. What's up with you in this run-in with the
Kelly Raspberry.
Yeah, I know.
You know how
But
Kelly
this
is.
run-in you had with the paparazzi, we covered the story yesterday about how out of control they were, that you went on Twitter to apologize to your fans because they were so out of control. And then we heard how another one just threatened the life of, Harley Pasternak, and he was arrested. What, as a celebrity from your perspective, what has to happen to get the situation under control with the paparazzi?
Honestly, I don't know what it's going to take for paparazzi to be controlled. I understand that it's their job and they have to make a living, and I actually feel sad for whoever feels like they have to be mean to people to get what they need in order to, make a living. And it's really unfortunate that people have to bully other people for a career. I understand it comes with the territory, so a lot of people are like, well, why do you complain? If you don't like it, then get out of the industry. The problem is I like being a musician. I like living my dreams. It's just now we live in a society where paparazzi feel so entitled, and that I don't understand when I was under 18, I don't understand how it's okay for a 35-year-old man to sit outside my house and follow me. I don't know how that's okay, but it's not okay if he doesn't have a camera. It's okay because he has a camera. You know what I mean? Which is even weirder.
Yeah.
It doesn't
right.
make sense to me. And I feel like there needs to be some laws set in place, but it's tricky. And I don't know. I saw that. I think Justin Bieber got in a car accident or something yesterday.
He did.
Like how many car accidents have happened? Like it's going to take someone. Princess Diana already died. What's going to happen? What needs to change? So I was just speaking my mind because I wanted to let my fans know that I wasn't blowing them off. Like I appreciate every single fan that's outside, and I wanted to say hello to them, but I just didn't want to put myself in a position where I felt like it would jeopardize me emotionally or even physically. So I told them, they understood, and because I have the best fans in the world.
Yeah. Well, Demi, if you ever need a body double to throw off the paparazzi, we'll donate Big Al Mac for you.
A body double?
Yeah.
What?
He looks like
Oh my God,
Demi
I just have
Lovato.
to say that.
I'm sorry.
You can borrow Big Al.
I'm sorry, Demi. I'm sorry.
Wouldn't I have been maybe a closer match?
Yeah,
with a
JC's been
wig.
sniffing his own hot sauce this morning or something.
Well,
Why don't we look like? I don't get it. Why don't we look alike?
Yeah, Al.
Because he doesn't have hair to dye.
And, Demi, he's black.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're colorblind and all
Jimmy,
that.
could you go tanning so Al can be your body double?
Yeah, you're going to have to work into that.
Well, that's actually another excellent
I don't see
lesson.
color.
That's actually another excellent lesson for Madison. This might be what you're signing up for.
Are
you
you
got to
looking
really
forward to
love it.
this? Yes.
Well, I do look up to artists like you, Demi, where, you're mature about it. And because, artists who retaliate against those things, it ends up, you don't want to sink to their level. So I really admire, artists like Demi who take the mature route.
We admire you, Demi.
Is that part of the boot
Thank
camp?
you.
Yeah.
I
We need
flipped them off the other day.
Yeah. Well, Demi, I know you're busy and you got to get going.
I'm
So
not entirely mature with it.
Thanks for giving us a call, babe.
thank you,
Thank
Demi, for
you.
joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Call
All
us
right.
anytime.
Madison, and it's always great to hear from you guys.
Thank you.
Love you, Demi. You're awesome.
You are free to call
Love
us
you,
anytime
bye.
to promote anything you want.
Yes,
you are.
can. Demi Lovato, everybody. Yay.
Yeah.
But we're not done with you, Madison.
In fact, I was wondering, since the stage presence thing is what you're kind of struggling with, I happen to have a smaller stage than the House of Blues and maybe